What if I told you that there's an event which turns your soldiers into actual EU4 Space Marines? My name is Ludi, and today we'll be covering Ethiopia, a nation famous for its mountains and a true stronghold of Christianity in Africa prior to colonization. Ethiopia is one of the nations with the highest amount of flavor in EU4. If we get 5,000 likes on the video, I'm also going to be doing a guide for the Wakanda of EU4 that you probably don't even know exists. So to start it off, what we're gonna first off do is get our rivals here. Of course, Adal and Ajuran are going to be our first two targets, and we're also going to get a general. We can make our starting heir a general. He's actually quite good, surprisingly. And we're also going to pick our special blessing. We're going to go for core creation cost as our first one, since we will be coring a lot of lands early on in the game. Our starting ruler is an absolute beast, but our heir is the Enrique of Ethiopia. With that in mind, we will be disinheriting this guy, and we will be getting some advisors. Discipline, trade efficiency, and national unrest are perfect. If you need money, not to fear, we got all the money we need here. First off, go for whichever agenda best suits us. We're gonna give out the +1 admin, +1 military, strong duchy since we start with 2 vassals, and supremacy over the crown, as well as expansionist zealotry since we will be fighting mostly non-Coptic nations in this region, and oversight by the clergy, free enterprises for these guys, and we'll be giving out the +1 diplo after we've developed the province of Angot once. Make sure you encourage development first off, and then afterwards do production dev once, which means we can now give the +1 diplo, and in order to sell titles we have to kill off the rebels. I actually recommend that you send 1,000 units to Simeon so you can unsiege that fast whilst we at the same time kill off the rebel army here. The Holy Heart of Ethiopia, nice, an extra 10% prestige, not bad, sir. The rebels are pretty much done for right now, and that is going to be a stack wipe. Nice. We had to take a loan because we took the advisors. Now that we took care of the rebels, we can sell titles for 122 ducats, and now we can also develop this province once more, and after this we can seize land, thus only getting 0.20 autonomy monthly rather than 0.30. That being said, we're also going to be recruiting the free company here, and because the Nubian company actually has an absolute Chad general in my case, remember this is RNG, I'm going to recruit them also so we can fight on 2 fronts at the same time. We're going to be attacking the nation of Adal, which has allied the nation of Beja, and I will be co-belligerate them. Let's go. It's a time to kill some Adalis, boys. Well, if it's not another unique Ethiopian event that gives us either 1 stab or culture conversion cost to national unrest reduction, no, we're gonna go for the stab, thank you very much. We can do build-till force limit to get some cheaper troops and more morale of armies for this war, and it looks like Adul's about to get Stacken Vipened over here. Oh yeah, boys, no more Adalians, isn't it? Well, I guess it's never a dull moment fighting against Adal. Beja here is about to get Stacken Vipened as well. It's basically because they don't have the absolutely cool sprites that we do have, of course. There you go. No more armies to be fighting us now, is it? Let's go siege down this fort with the mercenaries so we don't lose our own manpower pool. I'm gonna assign these to be sieged by my vassals, Hadia, and Demot can siege the one that they're already sieging. Whilst at war with Adal, we're gonna be sending a scornful insult to get 10 power projection to Ajuran, and that means we got some boost to our morale of armies. Eleni Hadia becomes our new consort, and she is an absolute Chad lady. Guess the only thing that's not Chad here is our, well, heir. Harer has fallen, and we just need to take their capital now, as well as, well, wipe out whatever is left of them around here. We also can piece out Beja, which we pretty much fully occupied at this point, but we're gonna keep on. Oh, what is this? Leader of Nubian company. Hell yeah, he's a beast. I'm gonna go ahead and annex Beja completely. Nice. Now we have a connection to the north because we actually want to take Makuria as soon as possible. Kasr Ibrim needs to be Coptic so we get our second holy site. Oh no, the heir died, a new one came. This guy is slightly better than the previous one, so I'll keep him. And we didn't even need to waste our prestige. What do you know? What do you know? We're gonna take our core Asab and we'll just basically fully annex these guys. Coalition-wise, we are going to have a slight coalition of nations, all of which are the Sunni nations in this area, but we should be fine. We are strong enough to hold them off and to prevent a coalition from actually triggering. We're going to be concentrating dev wherever we can so that we can lower the cost of this, making it cheaper to core up. And we're going to start our war against the nation of Alodia together with Makuria. Let's go. Bring a few troops so we can get ready for the other wars that we'll have against Janjiro, Enaria, and Medri Bakhri. We can also do expand Ethiopia to get the construction cost and dev cost reduction. And now, because we've expanded so much, once we do take loans, they're considerably bigger than they were at the start. So we can take the 1% cheap burger loans. We also can get the patronage of the arts now. So let's go burger loans, patronage of the arts. And we can pay off the 4% loans that we have taken already. Nice. Looks like it's another Stack and Vipin moment, sir. Yet another special event for Ethiopia. Centralization reforms of Zara Yacob. We either can get until the death of this guy autonomy reduction or 1 stability. You know what? I'm actually going to go for the stability. We've basically gotten 2 stability without having to waste our admin points. We're going to attack Mary Body and we're going to co-belligerate in Aria as well. There you go. This will be an easy stack wipe. Let's change the general, make sure he's in charge of this army. Siege this stuff down as well and go over here. And in 1 month, we're going to attack Janjiro. Oh, this is beautiful. Kaffa allied to Janjiro, so we can take out Janjiro and Kaffa at the same freaking time. Oh god, we have to reinforce this, otherwise we're gonna lose this battle if we don't. Oh, we managed to. Oh yeah, boy. Nobody defeat my troops. I'm invincible. And now we can peace out Makuria finally. Daryago. And we'll do the same with Alodia here. Full annexatio. Nice. We can also recruit the Grand and Independent Company since we've grown in size considerably. You know what really pisses me off? Whenever I'm attacking a nation and they randomly ignore my armies, but they go ahead and they try to siege down stuff that I'm coring right now, making it harder for me to core these lands. Daryago. No more Kaffans. And we're gonna have to take care of these rebels as well. Another thing we can do is attack these guys since we just got the claim on them. We also have a little bit of a coalition. It looks like a few nations are actually joining in this coalition, but no big deal. What do you know? Another unique event for Ethiopia. We're gonna go for the missionary strength in this case. Basically, what I'm trying to illustrate, guys, is that Ethiopia does have a lot of unique flavor events, even though it doesn't have a unique mission tree yet. But we pretty much finished everybody off here. We're gonna start piecing out people. Aria is going to be the first one to peace out, followed by the war leader in that war, namely Mary Body, or whatever you call them, because I got no idea how to actually pronounce these guys. Daryago, no more nations in that area. Kaffa as well has to go. Buyaski, no more Kafski, and Janjiro is Janji Go. Concentratio and core everything up, yo. We now have 79 overextension. Holy mother of God, that's actually quite a little bit. I only have Alodia left here, and I really just want to take him out of the way here. Najran would join. That's actually pretty good. That's going to give me a foothold in Arabia if I vassalize Najran. So let's co-belligerate them and head on over, try and kill these guys off before they try to even run away. I like how they're just literally sitting there. Oh boy, Marehan is in a coalition as well now. Things are getting steamy, boys. Things are getting steamy. We can also lower our war exhaustion a little bit and core up the rest of this. Our loans are considerably bigger as well. We got 99 loans, and once we fully make everything states here, it's gonna increase by a lot more. Sadly, we couldn't vassalize Najran because Rasid's decided it wants to go on a killing spree, but we can still fully annex Dongola here, as well as the other nation of Welaita. Now all we need to do is core these bad boys up, get some new rivals actually, and apparently Mamluks is our only choice for that. So we can set our armies to kill off the rebel armies whenever they pop out, and to prevent these armies from actually popping out to a certain extent, but they still will be a massive nuisance. We are going to send them an insult to get a little bit of extra PP as well. Because we expanded so fast, we managed to get 20% crownlands, and we can use this to our advantage. We can sell titles and then seize lands as well. This means we're at 15%, but we're going to get another 5% very soon after we expand a little bit more, or after 5 years when we take crown lands again. Regardless, we do need this extra cash so we can pay off the loans that we have, especially the 4% loans. And in order to really fix our economy, we're gonna do the biggest brain move ever. We're gonna go to the province of Kaffa, which is now a full part of our nation. We're gonna lower the tax dev here because we don't need tax dev, and we are gonna start increasing this mine to about 10 production development. We do this because, also remember to encourage development, 10 production development at 0 autonomy is 6.66 ducats, or 5 ducats at 24% autonomy. After we integrate Damot, we're going to have a second gold mine that is equally great, but until that, Kaffa is going to be our main source of income. Both of our vassals have been integrated, and that means we got a second gold mine in Damot. So we can get this up to about 10 production development once we get the Diplo points. We're a little bit behind with Diplo since we've been actually investing Diplo in deving up stuff, which actually got us to 20% crown lands without even expanding our lands. Make sure that you also lower autonomy in the newly added provinces from your previous vassals, as whenever you integrate a vassal, the provinces the vassal had is going to have 60 autonomy in your country. You're not going to get 100% autonomy from the moment you integrate them. And this applies to any vassal in EU4, by the way. Oh, Marihan, you made a mistake leaving the coalition against me, that is for sure. I just got my next military tech, so I'm absolutely gonna crush you right now, boy. Let's get our troops by the border with Marihan. I'm also building a fleet so I can cross over into the Arabian Peninsula so I can attack the nation of Yemen and vassalize them if I can, at least before somebody else does. And we're ready for the war against Marehan. I'm not gonna oh, actually I can co-belligerate Malindi since Kilwa is not. Oh, this is beautiful. This is my ticket into joining the Gold High Club over here in the south. Malindi is gonna be a footstep into advancing into the Zimbabwe gold areas. Mombasa is massive as well. I guess they won a war against Kilwa, and Kilwa got massacred. Holy schnapples, actually. In fact, Kilwa is the go-to vassal since they have a lot of cores on Mombasa, so I might actually go for that after the war with the Marehan here. Come on guys, don't run away from me here. All I want is to take out and integrate half of your country into my... Actually, you know what? Not half. Can I fully annex them? I can fully annex them. Oh my god. Yeah, you better run, boys. You better run. Said it before, but I'm gonna say it again. It's really important until you wait for the enemy army to get the movement lock so they cannot retreat from an obvious ambush like the one I'm giving out here in Verdure. There you go. That should be a stack wipe for Malindi, and it was. That means we can just go over and take out Malindi right after this. What's happening here? Why can we not go? Alrighty, this is impassable terrain. I have to actually get military access through a Juron. And they're giving me military access. Wow, okay. Thank you, a Juron, person who hates my guts. Interesting. And of course, we got a bunch of rebels again. 21,000 rebel stacks around everywhere. Malindi is Magandi. And we're gonna vassalize them, take all their money as well in good colonial fashion, and make sure we cancel their rivalry so we get some extra prestige from this peace deal. Now we can do the same with Marehan. Well, we're not vassalizing them, we're gonna fully annex them. Nice. This is gonna give us a little bit of coalition here, but I doubt that they're actually gonna attack us. Now we definitely have expanded in the Somalian lands, and luckily Somali is an accepted culture with no penalty since it is a Cushitic culture, part of our bigger culture group here. Since we are an empire, we accept all of these cultures, so I recommend that you accept a Nubian as an accepted culture since you have quite a few Nubian provinces. Later on you can convert the Bajan parts to your main culture or whatever you want to convert it to. We've also managed to unlock our first idea set, and here's a little bit of a real talk, guys. You are one of the very few Coptic nations, if not the only Coptic nation in the world at this point, so going for religious ideas means that you get a 75% Deusvult CB on everybody that you border. But here's the problem with that. If you go an admin idea now, that means any of the admin ideas, not necessarily religious, whatever, you're gonna struggle getting to admin tech 7, which is required to unlock the second idea group. So I recommend that you go for quantity ideas first, which means that you're going to get the manpower to fight the Mamluks, which very likely will attack you at some point. And then after you've unlocked Admin Tech 7, you go for religious as your second idea set. Oh boy, things just got real. Mamluks made me their rival and they pieced out the Ottomans. So I need to get ready for a potential Mamluk attack. I'm going to get my second idea to get a little bit more innovativeness, and we are really far behind with our Diplotech, but we will eventually catch up. Also, I've noticed that the Rassids have just attacked Yemen, which means that it's going to be harder for me to vassalize Yemen if they don't exist. As such, I'm actually gonna do my best here to attack right now and get a few sieges before the Rassids completely wipe out this nation. I'm gonna do so via Ajuran. I'm gonna attack them. I am going to co-belligerate Mombasa. I'm not gonna co-belligerate Yemen because I still can vassalize them even if I don't co-belligerate them. Simply because, as you see here, all of their country gives 47% war score. If they're not co-belligerated, that means it gives double this. Make sure we attack these guys with all of our might so we piece them out fast. We really want to be out of this war as soon as we can so that we get ready for the war with the Mamluks, which I'm pretty sure they already are getting ready for. Never underestimate the Mamluks, guys. Never underestimate them. Well, it looks like another unique flavor event for Ethiopia. We can change our capital to the province of Shewa, which is in a mountain province. Oh, actually, that's really good since it would be very hard for anyone to take this. And we also get autonomy reduction in a few parts here. So let's go for that. That seems like an actually good idea. Noise. Now we have almost zero autonomy in all of the adjacent provinces to Shewa. That means we can also spawn in a renaissance in Shewa, even though it's a mountain province. Well, as I expected, the Mamluks have attacked me. They did it in a weird way. They want me to enforce peace with Ajuran. If I don't accept this, they will join the war. Screw you, Mamluks. I'm not gonna accept this. What you gonna do about it, boy? What you gonna do about it? You're not the war leader, are you, Mamluks? And that is a mistake you will remember, because I'm gonna show you guys how you can win the war against the Mamluks without having to fight them at all. Watch this. First off, we're gonna go for the defensiveness edict in all of these provinces here. Most of these are mountain forts, so it's actually gonna be really easy for us to hold them. We'll try to fully occupy Ajuran in the meanwhile so that we can free up our troops to fight in the north. Well, the war in Yemen didn't end up in the favor of the Rassids, that's for sure. But it also means that we cannot make them a vassal anymore, sadly. So we just have to take a few provinces instead. Feels bad, man. I really wanted to vassalize and feed them back all of the Rassid lands. We'll just take the province of Mukka so we have a foothold in here. All the cash that we can take. Cancel their alliance with Najd and Ajuran, and that's pretty much it. Get out of here. Now we can just focus all of our attention on the Mamluks, which are definitely carpet sieging my entire nation here. We can, however, vassalize Mombasa, which we did co-belligerate. That is a very big vassal that is going to be a little bit hard to keep in check. Also, the Nubian company has almost no manpower left, so I'm just going to disband them. They're a waste of my troopers here. I'm going to go for the Grand Company right now, since I can afford it, and I don't mind going one over my land force limit. Let's also make sure we chase out the Ajuran troops so they don't actually get away from us and merge with the Mamluks. Ajuran didn't run fast enough, and they're dead now. The Mamluks have reached our areas here, so actually, you know what? Screw Ajuran. We're gonna have to fight our enemies in our forts where we have the upper hand. We're gonna need a new general as well, and I am hopefully gonna get a decent one. This is pretty good actually, because we have a little bit of army tradition from fighting so much. Hopefully we win this. I know the Mamluks probably have a little bit of an advantage. Actually, they don't. We don't even need to reinforce with these guys. Holy schnapples, this is gonna be a slaughter fest. You better run, boy, so I'm coming straight for you. Oh yeah, boy. Oh yeah. And this should be a fairly good amount of troops that I killed. Where are they retreating? They're going here. Oh my god, that's gonna be a stack wipe. Their troops have movement locked, and that means we can catch them up in Dongola, as well as we stack wiped another army in Suakin. Oh, we're not catching up in Dongola. Hold up. We gotta go to Bayuda to catch up with them. And again, we're not catching. What? How fast is their general's maneuver? He's got 2 maneuver. He's not that fast compared to my general. Why is he able to get out of here? Explain, game. Explain. A wild Mamluks army appears and just as fast disappears in into the unknown. Is this mercenary company actually? No, it's not. Still main armies. How much manpower they got now? They got 4,000 left. Kids, this is why you don't send your armies by themselves into unknown territory. The Mamluks have regrouped somehow instantly, and they're gonna wipe out this army. Feels bad, man. Can we get an F in the chat for the free company here? We actually can retreat with them. Never mind. They're alive, guys. They're alive. Oh, it looks like these guys want to take me head on here, and the best will win. We have an extra 5% discipline because of our advisor, and let's face it, they got no chance against us. We pretty much got this wrapped already. I'm definitely having a lot of issues with rebels here, and I kind of need this war to be over. So because of that, I'm gonna peace out these guys. I cannot take what I want from the Mamluks directly because I only have 45% war score, but it doesn't matter because I can peace out directly from a Juran, the war leader, and I can take all the provinces that I control in any of their allies' lands. That means I can take all of the Mamluk lands that I'm interested in, even though the Mamluks do not agree with this peace deal. This is absolute 5-head, guys. Absolute 5-head. There you go. Now all we need to do is core these lands up. We're going to be spawning in the institution. Remember that it doesn't have to be the cheapest province to spawn it in, because the amount of institution that you get is relative to the development of that province. So for example, in this province, since the development is 13, if we dev it up once, we already have 2.16, by the way. We dev it up once here, we go from 2.16 to 4.49. Dembia, which is a lot less to develop than the capital, already has 1 institution, and if we dev it up once, it goes from 1 to 2.16. So we only get 1.16% compared to the 2 point something percent that we get here. So clearly it's faster developing the institution in Shiwa. That being said, we're going to start doing so. Let's go. All the points that we have, we're going to invest in here, and once we get more points, we're going to invest again and again until we spawn this in. A strange man has come to our land. This is part 1 of the special event that will make us absolute space marines, boys. You have to honor this amazing individual as he will lead us to victory. This is only available to us because we've taken Alexandria and these parts. In order to start this event, you need to have the nation of Portugal see you. How do they see you? Well, you need to either take Egyptian lands in the north or some of the Arabic lands. Even taking Miklaf is enough, as Portugal can see Miklaf in 1444. The idea is, whatever you do, make yourself visible to the Portuguese, and then just wait for the events to trigger. Through the power of mana points, we've eventually gotten Renaissance in here, which means that we can adopt it or embrace it, and that means we got cheaper tech all round. We've also integrated Yemen into our greater nation, and we're waiting for the truce with the Juran to finish so we can attack them, whilst at the same time we are integrating, hold up a second, Goat Skull heretics. What? Skull rebels demand that we let them worship in peace. However, the Pope warns us that it will undermine the respect of the Catholic. Wait, what? What do these guys have to do with the Catholic Church? And what is happening here, Mombasa? What have you been doing? Is this bad scripting? Perhaps, but I guess the more important question, however, is when is the next event gonna trigger? Well, what do you know? Because of the conquest of Alexandria, our maps of Eastern Mediterranean are now more complete. Well. We actually more big brain now. Well, it looks like the embassy is here, everybody. The Portuguese have come to help. We can ask for military aid against the Mamluks, cultural exchange, or a buttload of money. I'm gonna go for military aid, thank you very much, and let's see what that brings us. Well, boys, the modifier is here. Military aid from Portugal gives us 25% morale of armies, 5% discipline, national manpower plus 25, and military tech cost minus 25. The reasoning behind this is because they think we are the lost kingdom of Prester John, and we are doing God's work fighting the infidels. So let's put this to good use, boys. Let's go ahead and attack the Mamluks. Truce is over, and it is time for the Deus Vult, even though we don't actually have the Deus Vult CB just yet, against the Mamluks. Rashid as our main target. Let's go. Let's kill them off before they spread anywhere else. Stackenweipen und another Stackenweipen in Aswan if we're lucky enough. 4.7 and 113 discipline. The difference is insane. Although, hold up a second. 0 dice roll 9. Seriously, RNGesus? Seriously? Still, if it wasn't a 0-9, we would have gotten that as a stack wipe. Oh, okay. You guys trying to reinforce? We're gonna come for you, boys. It would seem that people really enjoy getting their army stack wiped by my insane Space Marines. Yet another battle in which the superior Ethiopian troops have crushed the Mamluks. I actually thought I was gonna lose that. If it wasn't for the buff, I would have definitely lost that. Whoop, what's happening here? Oh, I see. They got some hidden troops in this area. Fair enough. Let's get some cannons, boys. Let's get some cannons. And let's continue with our religious ideas. Oh boy, looks like we're about to fight a massive army of the Mamluks. And guess what? We're crushing them again. This is legit insane, man, how buffed up we are because of that silly modifier. Dude, I love this thing. It looks like we can piece them out. And you know what? I want to have a big name on the map. So I'm going to go ahead and take all of these lands here, all the way up to here. Gonna get a little bit of A, but nothing major. So let's piece them out and become massive. Oh, hey, we are amazing, aren't we? Yes, we are. Look at the big name, guys. Look at the big name. Guys, don't forget to leave a like. If we get 5,000 likes, we'll do the Wakanda special guide. And check out my Twitch channel. I would love to see you guys over on Twitch. I also want to give a very special thank you to all of my patrons and channel members, as well as my Twitch subscribers. Thank you so much, guys, for all the support. I wouldn't be able to make these videos without you.